Okay, so this is weird and the lighting's not fabulous. Ooh. Okay. Oh, and I don't have my glasses on. Oh, well, I'm not getting up to get them. Okay, so hello. I'm Amy. Welcome to Two Sisters and Some Yarn, the Little Sister edition, Quarantine Edition 2. I have no idea what episode this is. I didn't check. I just hit the record button and locked the door and told my kids to be quiet, which they're not being. So, anyway, so we are obviously still on quarantine, and I still cannot be with Big Sister, and I haven't bothered to figure out the technology to make us both be on the screen at the same time. I guess I could probably Zoom that or something like that, but I'm not gonna, so. So I hope you all are well. I'm trying on the floor this time instead of wherever I was sitting before, so you don't see the mountain of laundry over there that needs to be folded. Anyway, there's not a lot to talk about, but I thought I'd give it a go. So anyway, again, this is Amy. Thank y'all for whoever came back and who has watched all our episodes. Special shout out to the Reading Knitter. She has been catching up on all of our episodes, and I appreciate that. It's a podcast about knitting and crochet and yarn, so we'll get to the non-yarn stuff at the end. Okay. Finishes. I have tried to be fairly productive because as productive as I can be is I'm still working full time and I'm not home. But the graduating seniors in our area, our community's been really trying to like get together and help them out. So I was kind of busy the last couple of weeks buying presents for all these kids who aren't mine, but I can't help myself because I am working and have the income to do so, and they got royally robbed of their senior year and all kinds of stuff. So one of the groups that I'm in, I'm sorry, I just noticed a little oops on that. There's a group in the community that not just high school students, but all students. It's called Our Friend's Closet, where they gather materials and sanitary stuff, notebooks, cash, whatever kids might need that they don't get through maybe food stamps or from their parents or any other kind of resources they may have. So one of the people there I asked, they can't tell us which kids need things, they can't identify them for privacy reasons, but we can donate stuff. So I have a stack of cards I need to give to them, to just like no name on them, but just graduation cards. And then they also collect different things, so I figured I'd make some hats. It's obviously not time to wear hats here. It's really hot. But they'll always need hats, so I decided to just make some hats, and I have a stash of old washcloth, not old, but previously made washcloths and different little things that I'm just going to donate to them that they can divvy up however it needs to be. So I finished some hats this week, and I finally broke down and asked Big Sister how to do the helix knitting. I'm not going to say the right word. I don't know how to say it right. So that I could make stripes without jogs, and it takes a little getting used to, and it's a little weird on the decreases if you do a magic loop and you have to slip, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, so I made this hat, which I goofed up right there and didn't stripe, but oh well. So I may or may not put a pom-pom on it. I have no idea. It's hot pink and black. I don't know if it's really coming out, but so I just used the Ross hat pattern for worsted weight, but I did the striping, and I may add like a little sparkly silver button or something right there just to jazz it up a little bit. This was my first attempt, which I definitely messed up on quite a few places, which is why that button is right there, because it's covering up a mess. But the person who gets it won't know and won't care, and hopefully they'll like it. And then this is just a plain old Ross hat with maybe some impeccable, I can't remember, but it's huge because this yarn just seemed bigger than worsted weight. I don't know what the deal was. Same needle as these, worsted weight, same pattern. I don't know, but look how huge it is compared to that one. I don't know. So somebody will. At first I started to make these with my stash of chroma from Knit Picks, and then I realized that's wool and you should probably not use that. That's going to be intended to give into teenagers support children or people who may or may not have every resource in their home, like washing machines and ability to hand wash. And I was like, that was really stupid of me. So thankfully I didn't get too far in that, and then I just started doing an acrylic. And a regular little crochet one. This will be more kid size. I don't think this is teen adult, but this is Denise's pattern, the Taikota pattern. Oh, just got the notification that Unsafe Space book club is on, but I did not read the book in time, which was Animal Farm, and I've read it before, but. So that's all my finishes. That's it. That took a whole, minute? Woohoo! Okay, so some whips. This won't be long. Alright. This is where I am on my Felici corner to corner blanket, where I am making with all the single skeins of Felici that I have. So this is where I am. And it's just crazy. You know, it started out with the balls that I had from socks that I'd finished, and now it's to the point where I have all these single skeins and I'm just using them for a while and stopping. Just do a few rows and then switch to another ball. So I have no idea where I was last time I showed this, so. But I will say I think I like granny square sock yarn self-striping or scrap or whatever you want to call it blankets better. I feel like the colors just look cooler in a square. But I'm going to keep going. And this is in my super cool bag from Tiffany. Look at the little kitty cat. At Southern Sparrow Handmade. Put the whips over there when I'm done. Take a sip of my Crystal Light, because I'm not drinking, y'all. It's been 10 days. 10 pounds and 10 days down. Not just from no booze, but other changes, but. Alright. I don't know if I even made any progress on this since the last time I showed it. It's been a while. This was an attempt to use this gorgeous yarn from Teeny Button, which looks way prettier than, I don't know what that's doing, but sometimes yarn just doesn't want to be what you want it to be, and you have to listen to it. And I think this is a Fleeting Fox colorway, Victorian Shotgun. It was many things, and then I finally ripped it out, and it's just become this scarf that I'm just doing in a knit and then purl, knit and then purl. It's a in the round pattern, so that when I'm done, it will either connect and be a cowl, or I'll put the stuff, fringe at the bottom of it, or tassels, or whatever. But it's taken me forever, and I just pick it up every now and then. It is in my Dalek bag, which I'm pretty sure is from Molly Klein Design, because there's no tag on it. Because at first she didn't put tags. And my little stitch markers. Burger. I don't know if you can see that. And a macaroon. So every now and then I just pick this up and start working on it. Yes, that's a TARDIS back there. It's my TARDIS. Alright. Alright, I showed this bag last time. Humongous, awesome bag. Look, I remember this time. Fate's Threads. Who is having a May the 4th sale? Because you know tomorrow is May the 4th be with you. I couldn't find my Star Wars shirt, otherwise I would have worn it. So this is a whip. I have several whips in here. So these are my attempts. I decided, since we have not been able to go to church and have not been able to see everybody, that I would try to make all the ladies in church shawls. Well, and use my chroma at the same time. So this is, the intention is just to be a rectangular shawl, you know, just kind of prayer shawl thing. And all it is I did however many stitches I wanted to do. think I skipped a stitch. Yeah, double crochet, chain 1 to start, and then you just do the V-stitch in between each. I guess I could write it down one day, but it's pretty easy. Basically chain how many you want, double crochet, chain 1 across, and then in your chain 1 space, I'm lying, are these still, I don't remember how I started it, but anyway, it's just a V-stitch, which if you look at it this way, which is just double crochet, chain, double crochet in the same stitch. So anyway, that's all I'm doing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is chroma. There's one color of chroma. I don't remember what it is, Manzita or something like that. The second color, it's long enough to sit on my legs when I, the third color, and then the last color, which is, I believe, basically the same thing as the second color, but it wasn't labeled, so I don't know. So basically, you know, my goal is it's gonna be like, you know, comfy like this in church. So this is all I have left of the last color. So as soon as I get to the end of this, then I will be almost done. And I will just do another row, double crochet at the end. I was gonna do fringe, but then I was like, you know, that might irritate them when they're sitting there in church, taking notes and holding. That might be irritating. So I'm not gonna do fringe. So this thing is a beast and will be 4 balls of chroma, Knit Picks chroma, which I have a gazillion of because Denise cleaned out her stash years ago because she said she didn't use it and she gave it to me. And I have given her some back, I promise. When she asks for some. And if she needs some, she can have some back. But it's so pretty and I think it needs to be used. So then, oh, this is, oh, sorry. We got situations in here. Okay. This is another church lady shawl, the Lydia shawl, which is Denise's pattern, which used to be on Ravelry. She has not put it on Love Crafts or anything like that. If you want a copy, we will give you a copy. All you gotta do is message us. So I'm on the second. Excuse me a moment. I'm on the second cake of this Knit Picks. So I'm just gonna do 2 cakes and it'll be a long triangular shawl. And I love chroma. It's just so pretty. The colors gradient. Sorry, I've not been drinking. It's just really good and really pretty and purple. It's just that it's wool and it does, you have to respect it as wool and wash it carefully. So that's why when I started to do these for hats, I was like, that's not very smart. So if you want that pattern, just hit us up. The last shawl on here, which I said the name wrong last time and I can't remember it, so I'll probably say it wrong again this time. Once more. That's a shame. It's on the iPad. And I have not made much more progress on this because it's on the iPad and my children have commandeered my iPad for their games since I'm a mean mom and will not buy them a newer device for them. Oh well. Sorry. So once more. Once again shawl, once more shawl. It was on Ravelry. I stole it from Denise's patterns. So it's very, very pretty and not difficult, but you have to pay attention. And the other 2 shawls you don't really have to pay attention to, so I have not started this back up. But I think when I showed it to you, I was like, there. So it's got a really cool shell, which is where I got the V-stitch idea for the other shawl. V-stitch shell, different, you know. So it's one of these that's gonna grow and be quite long, and you're gonna have to block it. I can't even. I'm 6 feet tall, y'all. So this is literally my wingspan right now. So I'm sorry, I'm 5'12". I like to do that to people. And yes, of course, it is more nitpicks. I don't know what color this is, but it's one of my favorites. And I think I only have one of this, so I'm hoping that's enough to make this. If not, it's gonna be a Charlotte. But this is I have not touched this in a while because, oh no. Oh no. I didn't put a locking stitch in. Denise will kill me. Please hold. Okay. All right. I don't know why I have different markers on them, but neither one of them are locking the stitch. So, excuse me while I lock the stitch. I can hear her fussing at me like from across town while she's watching this. Okay, so anyway, excuse me. Anyway, I don't know when I'll pick this one up again. This one will probably be one of the last ones I finish just because it's more complicated. And I need to actually go print the pattern because my children keep stealing my iPad. So this one I will hopefully have finished this week because I'm really trying to finish a few of these. And then this one I will hopefully definitely have finished this week as well because it's just mindless. No thinking, and I love that. So, and that will go in my church lady shawl bag, which I pulled one out that I had already previously made, which I forgot about. I love when that happens. So I have one done for my church ladies. This is an old finish. I think I've shown before on the podcast. Half moon shawl, I think is what it's called. And just some mandala baby. So one's done. So this will be my church lady shawl. One of my friends at church is like always freezing. Excuse me, y'all. I gotta do what you gotta do. Always freezing. So hers will be like corner to corner or like seed stitch or moss stitch or something like really dense because she's like blankets up to here every day, every time in church. So I think that's all my whips. I don't have no yarn acquisitions at the moment. I do have this handy dandy box o' yarn. This pair of socks I need to fix. I got a hole when I did the heel. I gotta fix them. So my goal is to make this box o' yarn all hats for Abigail's Hope. And I really hope that by the time I see y'all again, I've knocked out some hats for Abigail's Hope out of this box. These are just various little acrylics and small little balls that just, when I finish a project, I throw them in here. And I think they can make some really good baby hats. Oh, look at all that gray. Don't care. So these will hopefully be baby hats the next time that I podcast. So that's one of my goals. I don't know what that was, but okay. So my only acquisition this week that has arrived to me has nothing to do with yarn, but I thought it was pretty, so I'd show it. It's my Hallmark cards. So I did not have cards. I used to have cards and write people all the time. So when I bought graduation cards, because I apparently have all of my friends have graduating seniors, just like every day on Facebook there's another friend that I didn't realize had a senior graduating. I'm like, so evidently I've reached that point in life that all my friends have seniors. And like I said, our community had a little group of adopt a senior, so people posted their seniors and the parents told you about this, or the seniors themselves told you about themselves. You bought them gift cards, presents, whatever, just cards, congratulations, because they got, robbed of everything. So I adopted 2 seniors officially. One was a girl who used to live across the street from us in our old house, which was like, she's a senior now. And another boy. And then of course I have my coworker's daughter who was graduating senior, who we love, who's babysat, house sat, dog sat. So of course we had to get her stuff. Then there'd be like 4 or 5 other people that I was like, I found out they didn't have anybody to give them anything or whatever, so I got them gift cards. And then of course there's all the other friends who I wanted to send a card to. So I ended up going to Hallmark, and they're very generous in their free shipping right now, I guess because they're trying to encourage people to write cards. And also they have a thing, which I forget what it's called, but basically they'll mail you free cards, like for thank yous for, your heroes, thinking of you cards, just little packs of, I think they call made good cards, and just little packs, 3 or 4 cards, and they're free, and you just mail them to whoever. So you can go to Hallmark and check that out. So I decided that I needed to buy some other cards, because it's not as easy to just go into the store now and get a birthday card or an anniversary card or a sympathy card or whatever. I needed to send a sympathy card, and I was like, this would be a lot easier if I had some. So they were relatively reasonable in their boxed cards. I got graduation cards, two or 3 boxes of graduation cards for, $6, $10, this or that. It wasn't, a lot, 10, 15, 20 cards. So anyway, so then I got a little box with different little cards, with little categories. So now I have all kinds of little cards that I can write people. There's a whole bunch of birthday cards that it came with, and not very many of the other ones, so I'll have to kind of watch for those. But there's blank, like sympathy and thinking of you and this and that. But now to actually remember to send the birthday cards, that's a whole other story. But yeah. So speaking of birthdays, my birthday is next week. Not that I'm just this is for a funny story, not to just be like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm not one of those people that's like, it's my birthday month. So my birthday is next week, and a friend was asking me, so how old will you be again? And let me preface this by saying that I am a somewhat intelligent person. I do have a college degree and graduated with honors, and despite the bumbling here sometimes, English is my jam, okay? Math? Not so much. So my friend was like, well, how old are you going to be? And I said, I'll be 42. And my husband's sitting right there, and he goes, no, you won't. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, you'll be 41. I was like, so for like the last 3 months, I thought I was 41 turning 42. So this is like I've been given the gift of time. It was so stupid. I was just like, I can't believe I was 40. But yay, I'm not turning 42, I'm turning 41. But during quarantine. So, quarantine. My kids keep saying quarantine. So anyway, so I'll be turning 41. And one of my good friends is turning 40 on the same day. So now I have a birthday card to remember to give her her birthday card. So yeah, that was my stupid moment of the week. Hope you found that funny. But yeah, I literally bought a book called Math Refresher for Adults, y'all. I'm not even playing, because I'm that bad at math. And ironically, my job involves a lot of math, which thank God for my coworker, because she's very math inclined. So it works out. So anyway, so I obviously will not get to do anything for my birthday. So I'll probably buy myself something. I don't know what. Not yarn. I don't need yarn. Excuse me. I don't need yarn. And then we're not going to go out to eat or get any food, because I am on a health plan that, is awesome, that I've lost 10 pounds in 10 days. So I'm not complaining at all. And I feel a lot better. So I will modify what I need to modify to have a little treat, but that's within compliance. So, and then Mother's Day is next Sunday. Also not doing anything. Not that we really ever did. And it's kind of ironic, because I'm totally a homebody and I never really went and did things that much. It's not like we went out to eat all the time. It's not like we went and visited anybody other than our close friends. We didn't take a ton of trips, because we work all the time, and that's just how it goes. But it's like, now that you can't, now I want to. Which is, I know, not a healthy way to look at things. But so anyway, so I will be quarantining birthday and Mother's Day this week. But we can still grill, and we don't have a pool or a sprinkler or anything like that. So, but I'm still gonna go outside and get some vitamin D, because for the love of cheese, people, go get some vitamin D. the commercials are driving me crazy. Stay inside. No, 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 no. That's not what the commercials originally said, and that's not what they've ever originally said. It was stay home. That doesn't mean you can't go outside. Please go outside, get some vitamin D, some fresh air, eat well, exercise. Do not just stay in your house. I understand if you live in a city environment, this is a little more difficult to accomplish, but just please get some vitamin D. And another rant. And then I'll be done, I promise. If you're going to wear a mask, first off, try to get one that's actually appropriate to stop the virus, which is an N95 or HEPA mask. HEPA filter on your cloth mask. It can be done. If you wear a mask, please wear it appropriately. Please wear it properly. It does not work if it's down here. It does not work if it's up here. It does not work if it's over here. And it does not work if it's hanging upside down on your pigtail, ponytail, while you touch your face and your phone. Please, if you're going to wear a mask and then look at me with guilty stares because I'm not wearing a mask, wear it properly. That's my PSA. I'm sorry. Yes, I do not wear a mask unless I am absolutely legally required to do so because A, it's not great to be breathing in your own carbon dioxide, and 2, I'm not exposed to anything or around anything. Yes, you could be asymptomatic, but you know what? You could be asymptomatic for all kinds of other diseases too. There's a lot of diseases that nobody's scared of because the government doesn't tell them to be scared of it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But please, if you're gonna wear a mask, wear it safely, wear it properly, wear it the way you're supposed to wear it. You can purchase N95 masks. They are available. They might be a little more expensive, but they are available. It should really have a respirator on it. This is not just stuff I've made up. This is information coming from someone who has a actual medical safety background. And I purchased those masks for our work, you know. Our guys have always had to wear those masks in the job that I have. So I have one in my car should I absolutely need one, but just guys, wear it right, you know. Come on, and the gloves, please stop with the gloves. Please stop with the gloves. Guys, if you're not going to touch, just stay with me here for a minute. Pretend you had the gloves on and you touched a raw chicken breast. Would you go touch everything in your house without taking the gloves off? It's the same premise when you touch everything in the store and the cart and your phone and your wallet and the button and you check out and everything else, and then you take them off and throw them on the floor outside. Pick up after yourselves, please. I know nobody watching this does this. I get it. And my child is texting me while I'm doing this. I can't guess what, son. I am podcasting. Anyway, just please, guys, use some common sense. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm not trying to make any judgments or presumptions or anything, but just use common sense, please. Just, and a little more kindness. Kindness and common sense. That's what we need. So, anyway, I hope to spend the rest of the day getting some vitamin D and watching some podcasts and nagging Big Sister to see if she's going to do a podcast. So we will see. She doesn't have to, but I know y'all don't want to just see me. So, although thank you very much for everybody who comes back and watches and puts up with our nonsense. I'm sure I aggravate people and tick people off, but it is what it is. This is just for me and her to have fun, you know. So we don't have big plans for this other than to have fun. Look at that crazy hair sticking out. Oof, that's called Sunday hair, y'all. That's called your hairdresser has been closed for a very long time. And I really hope they open soon. So anyway, I think that's it. Hopefully next week we'll have some more finishes. I need to go see what my child is texting me about. Okay, well, peace out, guys. This is just another 30 minutes. Woohoo! All right, bye.